Hey folks, my name's Rene Enriquez and you are watching Uncensored.
This is Rene Enriquez. Nickname Boots. Black Hand of the Mexican Mafia. Prison gang politics.
Hey folks, my name's Rene Enriquez and you are watching Uncensored. Welcome back to another episode of Wiretap Weekend. So, in this call, which is kind of extensive, so we're going to break it into two parts, Saturday, Sunday. In this call, you're going to hear the initial two people speaking are Gabriel Ronquillo from, I believe it's from Whittier, and Laura Hernandez, who's the sister of David Hernandez, a guy who was on the cusp of being made at one time, ended up locking up. But Laura Hernandez was the secretary of Lalo Martinez. This is when the transition occurred about a year after Lalo got hold of the county jail and started using Gargy as a spokesman. This individual speaking on the phone with Laura Hernandez is going to transition to a three-way call with Trinidad Gonzalez, right? That's Creeper from Pico. I don't know if he's from Pico Viejo, Pico Nuevo. He's one of those Picos, right? But they're going to talk about crew issues, right? This is an in-depth call, and there's no discretion whatsoever. Straight chorro of the mouth. And Gargy's one of the worst at it, right? You can hear the admonition. I mean, he ranks right up there with Uncle Fester. Oh, Uncle Fester. And I'm giving you guys a heads up. This week, we're going to have a return of Uncle Fester. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have him coming back. We got a really good call with him, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I'm going to break it down blow by blow. We're going to have some graphics to back it up. But this call is initiates between Laura Hernandez and Gabriel Ronquillo. They then do a three-way to Creeper Gonzalez, and they talk about a bunch of stuff. So we're going to let you hear the call. We'll be right back to close it out and wrap it up as soon as you get done listening.
This is Global Tel. Your call may be monitored or recorded. You have a collect call from an inmate in Men's Central Jail. To hear the maximum cost of this call, press 9. If you wish to accept and pay for this call, dial 0 now. Your call is being connected. Thank you.
Hello?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. You know what? Your area code is a 713. That's weird.
What area code?
That you're calling from.
No, it's 213. Your digital thing is probably messed up.
No, it is not. It's coming up as 713.
Maybe they changed it.
Well, 713 is from Texas.
That's crazy then.
Okay,
wait a minute. That's probably you know what? That's probably the company where we're at, what we're dealing with.
It's never come up like that. Never.
But it did. You know what? And when I used to use my proper account, did I say good morning to you?
Yes, you did. Good morning. I said good morning back.
Okay, hold on real quick. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to tell you what to do it, and then you get it in. Okay, got that. Hello? Hey, yeah. Yeah. I got it. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, my God. They're naming a baby.
They're what?
They're naming a baby from jail.
Oh, my God. They're big fools.
Now, Trip, yesterday, fucking Littles, I guess he did try to call, right? And he says, all right, now, boy. Hey, he came back and said, well, she didn't answer. And I go, well, you only tried one time because she told me there was 3 times on the caller ID and I called twice, so that third one was yours. And then in the morning, because you know how I told you we've been on them?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, he goes, yeah? He's like, yeah, motherfucker? He's telling me right? He's like, well, thank you for never telling me that my sister wanted me to call her. That's a twist for you, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, motherfucker, how about this? She never told me to tell you to call her.
Who told him that?
Oh, me, I was just fucking around with him, though, right?
Oh.
I go, she never told me to tell you to call her. I just wanted you guys to fucking mend your friendship so I could feel better about myself because I feel like I'm responsible. And he's like, oh, so she never, I go, no, she never said to call her. She doesn't even ask about you, sucker. It was funny.
Why are you trying to get him all pissed off?
Because he was telling me that he's going to talk to you, he's going to call you tomorrow, he's going to say, yeah, Gargy never told me to call you.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Yeah, we just been fucking bickering back and forth, fucking around. But I think, did I tell you, I think I'm going to put him down for my trial. I'm going to try to...
Yeah.
And his uncle. Him and his cousin, I mean. He tried to put him down. That'll be good. But,
I was up until frickin' 2:30 last night writing a letter.
No, to who?
Right. To,
up there, that way? Down yonder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Way up there where he's on his way.
Yeah, okay, yeah, down yonder. We'll call it down yonder.
Yeah. You know, our good friend up there. So, actually, him and I used to write all the time, and I kind of slacked and, I've just been going through a lot, so I just decided,
Finally sat down and wrote.
Well, I did on the computer. You know, when you write on the computer, you can write like 10 pages by hand, and it's like 5 pages on the computer. So I wrote about 3 long pages, which was, just everything. So, and I threw in a little bit of extra stuff that he needed to know. So
yeah.
All's good. I'll mail it out today with the mail.
Hey, it's just a lot faster than the computer, too, huh?
No, yeah, it is. And then, my penmanship isn't, like, the best. It's all right, but at 2:30 in the morning...
yeah.
He was real good friends...
Go ahead.
What? He was real good friends with my brother who passed away, so...
Well, you know what?
I tell them... how that went.
Chiquito was telling me that, right? Chiquito was telling me that while he was in YA, because I guess he went down yonder one time, and homeboy asked him, hey, where were you at? Every time I went, I was at your house. And then, Chiquito was like, you used to go to my house? He's like, yeah, I was there, and I never seen you. He's like, I was in YA. I guess Jesse was in YA or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he was like, yeah, so he was telling me just the other day, just like 3 days ago, he was telling me, yeah, that he was real good friends with your brother that passed away. I think that's still...
He used to tell me that, too. He's like, where were you when I went over there? I said, they used to hide me from everybody.
So you were actually there, but in the room?
My brothers were mean, man.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm hearing a lot more about that because I'm inquiring more,
About what?
I inquired more about the guy that used to get beat up, and I think it was your older sister's boyfriend, one that got beat up for like a week straight.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. And then you told me about the other one, but yeah, I just chop it up with Leos and just ask me about stuff like that. And I know because
your call may be monitored or recorded.
The first little fucking scintilla that I got of it was when he told me about his daughter Jessica, right, and her boyfriend from CR, and I was like, okay, these dudes are dicks, and I was like, all right, and then he told me a little bit, yeah, hey, we've been like that all the time, and that's how that came about. But, yeah, it tripped out. Do you have a program on your computer where if you misspell something, it corrects it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool, because I had a typewriter, right here, and this is in the beginning, before I came to, don't laugh, before I came to high power, I only use 4 fingers. I only use 4 fingers, that's all I can use. I can't use the whole thing, So I'm pretty good, though, I'm pretty fast. And I used to do my motions.
Yeah, you're used to it.
Yeah, you do used to it, go pretty fast, and I used to do my motions with my typewriter, and the fucked up part about a fucking typewriter is that if you accidentally misspell something, then you fucking have to either use whiteout, which is what they won't give us, or you have to use, there's a little strip that you got to go back and then put in there, wipe it out.
Right.
Yeah, I used to have those, and you have to do all that fucking mission. Yeah, that sucks. It really does suck, but it's not bad when you're fucking dealing with only lead and paper, Compared to lead and paper, fucking typewriters like supersonic shit, that's like state of the art.
Now typewriters have where like you can go back space to that letter and it already has the correction tape built in instead of you having to put the little strip in there.
Yeah, you know what? And I've seen those type of typewriters. They have a little. It's like a little button right there. They have a little white right there, and then that bam, and then erases it. Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I used a typewriter. Shit.
We're fucking Stone Age over here, though. I swear to God, you could only have the old typewriters, And you can't have electronic ones with inkjet because the ink will get it and do tattoos. Homies don't know how to act.
Yeah.
So, we can only have the ribbon.
And ruin it for everybody.
But I had a good one. I had a Smith Corona.
I don't even know the difference of a typewriter, to tell you the truth.
Somebody will be talking about good typewriters and say Smith Corona. You're like, hey, fucking Gargy had a Smith Corona.
You're scandalous. Hey, Bonchito was having problems last night with Monroe.
Oh, hey, can we call Bonchito real quick?
Yeah, hold on real quick. Okay, let me get my, hold on real quick.
Okay, thank you.
I was up, I think, at 2:30, and I was talking to 314, and he was telling me, that he had called him, too, because he had called me. And he called him.
We got that situation with San Gabriel. Remember San Gabriel? The Saint?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I guess the twins people were over there or something.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, hold on real quick.
All right.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, Mexican Mafia. How you doing? Good morning.
Hey, I'm running late right now just because of one of the twins, Holmes.
Hey, I heard. What's going on? What happened?
They have the people there all fucking night on me. They took my tool, right? My tool that I had there.
Yeah.
And him and all the boys went at it right there, Holmes. Everybody put their things on the table, and they were talking, and we had a couple of big mouths, and they just went at it, you know what I mean? And they tried to take my thing, Holmes. And I went back over there, me, Mono, and the honky. I walked over there, and I told him, Holmes, don't worry, Holmes. You guys want to fuck around, you know what I mean? Fuck you, you know what I mean? But this is what it is. They're like, well, this is my barrio. This is my barrio. Ain't nobody gonna come into my barrio and tell me this shit. I'm like, wait up, Holmes. I know this is your barrio. I know this is. But other than that, I just try to keep everything calm just to get that, just to get that back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got that back, and long story short, I got that back, Holmes. But the thing is that I'm very fucking disrespectful towards the way their people act, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They came over for federal, you know what I mean?
Okay, now they're representing the twins, right?
Well, I had it passed in the first place. The other homeboy came down representing the twins. Now they came down by themselves. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking this insane.
Okay, but see, this is what I'm not understanding now, right? You've been out there long enough, and you've been doing this long enough to know what to tell them and to know that you're representing me. You understand what I'm saying? So.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Once you know that, you should be able to tell them they should understand that. Now, either they're with us or they're against us. You understand that? And if they're against us, then you know what? And instead of don't even put their names on the phone, because you're gonna come right now and have your person bring a pen and a paper, and I'll take mine too, because I got a message for you for the guy that paroled on Monday, St. Gabriel. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that through the window, and then you give me those names, and we'll just fucking throw them in the fucking hat. Fuck it.
Okay.
Now,
I mean, I was there
one more time. Listen, talk to them one more time. Okay, try to make them understand what's going on. Now, I'm gonna reissue a new message regarding the twins in a few days. Give me a few days. We'll reissue a new message regarding the twins, and then we're gonna give them one more chance to fucking come around and fucking go with the grain. Okay, now they're trying. That one guy's trying to represent the twins. Talk to him specifically. Tell him to talk to his homeboys. Now his homeboys are probably just said to me because you got Monroe, our Monroe right there, and then you guys are all from different areas. So they'll probably give him one more chance, and we'll go from there. And,
so I had everybody there. I had everybody there from.
Now regarding tools, stop looking for them or keep looking for them, but Trip is like this. You guys are in the street, and in this exactly, like, if you guys are in the street, what am I supposed to supply everything? You guys are out there.
No, that's what I have mine. I mean, I have the ones I had. You know what I mean? Yeah, mine are old ones. These guys, the other people, they don't have anything right now. Simple as that. I mean, I got my old ones. I mean, it's not a problem. I got mine.
Yeah. But I'm personally concerned, but it's just like, hey, you guys are out there. Get your tools. I'm not gonna pay for them.
Yeah.
But
I mean, those tools, no matter what, will be yours, no matter what. And I'll make that an issue.
How many do you need?
At least two. Right now, I'm on the search for them right now.
And that's 600, right?
That's at least 6, yeah.
Give me two. I'll get at you a visit. Give me two to visit, and let me think about that because it just seems that I've lost so much feria, so much mishaps with the feria, and everything's barely coming around, and now this, it's like, I got Monroe started, I got Honky started and everything, and I just can't afford it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
But let me give me a few hours, and I don't know. Just let me think about that.
Yeah, because I mean the thing is that with Monroe, I mean they keep on going to his fucking place, and it's like fuck, dude. That's just why I mean.
See, that's another thing out the front. See, that's another thing that we gotta be concerned about because if they keep going to his place, then really not much is gonna happen there. I mean, being realistically speaking. I'm sure we're not going to catch the bodies right there unless it's just because he's more in danger than anybody else coming there,
Exactly.
It's all going to have to be settled. It's all going to have to be settled through talks, and we'd have to get through to these knuckleheads. Maybe we should talk. Maybe we should talk to this knucklehead over the phone or something. Maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, okay, last night. Once I went over there, because I got there after everybody else got there. When I pulled up, everybody was already walking out. And I walked up there, I told him, what's up, man? I walked over to the corner, and I talked to them. I talked to them. They had my wait up, well, that's mine. I was like this. That's mine right there. They said, well, what do you mean? I said, what did they do? I'm here, this and that. And I want my shit back. I told them, whatever happened already before I got here. I told them, I want my shit back. I told them, this is what it is. They had one bigger fucking mouth, fucking up kinds of stupid shit, you know what I mean? But I don't think this kid has ever fit anywhere to even realize what the fuck he was saying, you know what I mean?
Now, I just caught something. I'm a little slow sometimes too myself. Now, I just caught something right now. Okay, now, like you know this guy, you know Monroe that. You show up and they had got confiscated by the enemy. So basically, you're telling me that if I supply some, then I'm gonna lose shit because if we're gonna hand it over to Monroe and he's gonna just let them take it, how the fuck did they take it from him?
Okay, what they did was both of them. So I guess out of sign of respect, that's why I told them that was a mistake right there. They put their things on the table, right? Both of them. Both people. They had one. He had one. Okay, out of respect, okay, they put their stuff down, right? They were talking. Now it came down to her homeboy owns the feria. Now all of a sudden, his homeboy jumped up. The one that owned the feria, he jumped up, went for one of them, and they all went at it. Now Monroe's dropped on the floor. They got theirs. Boom. Like, you know, there's nothing now. There's nothing can be done. Now, that's why I told him, you know.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
The mistake was made was, fuck that, host. Nothing should have been done.
Have you explained to these cats that that's my failure?
That's for last night what it was. When I went down there, it took me a while, but you still had signals for that thing saying that was their area, this and that, You know, that's what took me a while. But I'm telling you,
what was the outcome of that?
Okay, we got them to leave. They gave me my thing back, and because I told them, you know, either or, I'm going to go down there tomorrow, and I don't give a fuck, I told them, you know, you cooperate or you don't cooperate. I don't care. So they came back and they gave me my shit. You know, I told them, you know, it's going to be either or, you know what I mean? So they only had one person with the civility, with the method to take into account that when I was talking about. You know, we had one person to take into what I was talking about. Everybody else was just what they were doing, foot soldiers for the followers. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they wanted to make a stand saying that was their audio.
And then the main one is Skateboards Tocayo, right?
No, the main one is another boy. There's another boy, Junebug. Skateboards Tocayo came down before that, so now he sent his other people down here. You know, so it's like, fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys are getting to be a fucking heady because I can't do anything around there. You know, these fucking idiots trying to come down, you know what I mean? And if I gotta start going down there every fucking day, which it looks like I'm gonna have to, you know.
Okay,
it's gonna be a fucking issue, you know what I mean?
So the one we want to talk to or the one we want to target is Junebug?
He's the one with the big fucking mouth last night. You know, granted, he was buzzed. I don't give a fuck, Once I mentioned that fucking name, his homeboy should have grabbed him, snatched him up and shut him the fuck up. But his homeboy just sat there, like a fucking idiot. And I told him, you know what? This is the ending result. I'm not going to get mine. If I don't get mine, homie, believe me, I'll see you guys tomorrow, homie. You know,
we're gonna talk in a little bit, but I'm gonna call you tomorrow, and then hopefully see if call Monroe and see if he could get us a number to the representative of that radio.
There you have it, folks. Gabriel, Laura, and Gargy go at it. They're talking about crew issues. They're talking about tools. You know, one of the things that got me was that Gabriel Ronquillo speaks with the authority of a carnal, right? He almost relished the position. He was never anything. He ended up getting whacked in the county jail. They tried to slice him up. He went all bad. He ended up going to death row for a case that he committed. But during this process, he's speaking as if it's him. I think it's designed that way. He was the vocero, or the spokesman, for Lalo Martinez. And Lalo Martinez did it pretty efficiently for a long time until he started slipping. He did it efficiently until he didn't. And I ran you those calls where he's talking on the phone at the courthouse, where he got caught in the roof with a bug in place. But Gargy was on the phone every day relaying messages for him. And make no mistake, he's speaking directly for Lalo Martinez. Trinidad Gonzalez understands that, and everybody else. But Trinidad Gonzalez goes on to talk about tools and money and starting these guys up. And Monroe is Monrovia. There's a bunch of stuff in there to unpack. So I hope you guys enjoyed this call. We're going to run part 2 tomorrow. It's going to continue on the same vein. There's more to listen to. With that said, hope you enjoyed this call, folks. As always, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a wonderful day, folks, and stay safe. Peace out.
This is Rene Enriquez. Nickname Boots.